Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Universal Job Transfer, Weak Summons. I transform into Mulan. Chapter 41. After leaving the professional guild, Lu Feng immediately contacted Shidong. After arriving at the hospital, we met and immediately handed over all the essence of my soul to him. Shidong looked at the soul essence with a look of surprise on his face. Lu Feng, your strength is beyond my imagination. Now I kind of understand why the city lord thinks so highly of you. Leave your sister's illness to me. When the treatment ends tomorrow, I will give you a healthy sister. Dr. Shi, please. Lu Feng took a step back and bowed solemnly. Don't be so polite, this is what I should do. Lu Feng came out of the hospital and came to a restaurant not far away. Walking into the private room, Shi Jingjing had already ordered a large table of dishes. Classmate Jingjing, why did you order so many? You must have consumed a lot from fighting all morning, so please replenish more. I can understand it, but why did you order a large glass of papaya juice for me? You know it. The teacher blinked quietly. This papaya is better for keeping in shape. Lu Feng, do I need to stay in shape? I don't need this heavy burden like my Shiranui. He threatened with cold eyes. If you keep doing this, I won't take you with me anymore. The teacher quietly stuck out his tongue and took the cup over. Then I'll drink. Isn't it okay for me to drink? That's pretty much it. After eating, they remembered that they had left the professional guild too hastily and did not even have time to change jobs. Arriving at the professional guild again, the two went straight to the job transfer hall. Along the way, I heard many people discussing their deeds. Did you know, 2 geniuses came today and cleared the hell level of Soul Spire? And not just once. So strong. Have you seen the real person? No. A large group of people blocked the door until no one came out. No one knows what's going on. Isn't it a gimmick created by the professional guild itself? Who knows? 996 has become a blessing these days. What else is impossible? Lu Feng and his teacher looked at each other quietly and smiled helplessly. When we came to the job transfer hall, there were not many people at this time, only a dozen people were queuing up. They took their numbers and moved to the back of the line. The job transfer hall is not big, and there is a bright crystal stone placed on the front table. The staff explained the rules of job transfer one by one. When the queue arrives, go up and touch the job transfer crystal stone. If there are multiple career directions, you can consult the staff next to you. This article is mainly for professionals with talents below level A. For example, when a miner changes jobs, high-level professions such as spiritual or prospector and or refiner may appear. Lu Feng and Shi Jingjing are professionals above S level. It is already a very high-end profession in itself, and there is usually no new career change direction. Shi Jingjing asked curiously, if you don't clear the job transfer dungeon, can you change jobs directly? The staff member smiled and shook his head. It's useless. If you don't clear the job transfer dungeon, Crystal Stone won't pay attention to you when you come here. All right. Soon it was Lu Feng's turn. He stepped forward and placed his hand on the crystal stone. In an instant, the crystal ball emitted rainbow-like colorful light. The entire palace was instantly lit up. Several system prompts immediately appeared in front of Lu Feng's eyes. The first job transfer has been completed. Level changed to Silver level 1 foot. Unused experience points are detected and automatic upgrade starts. Update completed. Level changed to Silver level 10 feet. Some skill effects have been changed. Please check the changes yourself. Attribute point rewards have been distributed. Get 50 automatic attribute points. Only 50 attribute points are awarded for advancing, which is too stingy. I got hundreds of points by brushing copies of books this morning. Seeing the attribute rewards, Lu Feng secretly complained. Lu Feng is a typical example of, a full man doesn't know how hungry a man is when he's hungry. The requirements for attribute point rewards are very demanding and cannot be achieved by ordinary combat systems. For them, advancement rewards are the only way to gain attribute points. And Lu Feng actually disliked it. Lu Feng then clicked on the skills panel to see which skill effects had changed. You won't know until you see it, but you will be shocked when you see it. Dimension King added a sentence, 200% inheritance of character and equipment attributes. In other words, when he uses any hero template, his four-dimensional attributes are greatly increased. The effect of summoning divine contract was originally to gain 10% of the attributes of all heroes except the current template. Now it's changed to 20%. Sword intent has become each sword-shaped weapon equipped, power plus 21%. Fan meaning has become each fan-shaped weapon equipped, spirit plus 21%. Breeze has become movement speed plus 40%. Posture of the Emperor has been changed to increase all attributes by 20%. The effects of all four skills are doubled. In addition, the attribute retention ratio of the boss summoned by Call of the Dead has also increased by 10%. Lu Feng made a quick estimate. Now, if he doesn't fuse any hero templates, he only relies on the bonus effect of summoning Divine Pact. It's enough to crush an opponent at the top 10th level of gold level. Starting from the combat master level, due to changes in life levels, the strength will skyrocket. If he doesn't integrate the hero template, there will still be some gaps. Then, Shi Jingjing also successfully completed a turn. As soon as the two people walked to the door, they suddenly heard a strange voice. "Hey, classmate Lu Feng, will you accompany Jingjing to change jobs?" Hearing this, he looked over and saw Han Yunch walking forward. Wearing hunting clothes and holding a folding fan, he seemed to have fully assumed the professional role of an onmyoji. Behind him, there were many classmates. Lu Feng glanced around and saw a class of classmates he knew. There are also some I don't know, probably from other classes. Han Yunch, I don't need to listen to your instructions whether I'm going to level up or not, right? Han Yunch snorted coldly. HMPH. Don't think that just because you're lucky enough to win against me once, you can get away with it. I'm going to change my job right now, and I'll be promoted to silver level right away. You're a bronze level loser, what can you do to fight with me? He subconsciously thought that Lu Feng was just accompanying his teacher to change jobs quietly. After all, Lu Feng had few resources and his profession was a weak summoner. The level up must be very slow, but it would be good to have bronze level 3 or 4 now. As Han Yunch spoke, he secretly checked the teacher next to him for Jingjing's reaction. He believed that he had spent a lot of money to reach the silver level in the past 2 days, and his strength would definitely crush Lu Feng. After hearing her level, Shi Jingjing will definitely throw herself into his arms. Unexpectedly, Shi Jingjing had no reaction at all. What he didn't know was that Shi Jingjing was already at the 4th level of silver at this time. Being led by Lu Feng to clear the hell level dungeon all morning, she also accumulated a lot of experience points. After changing jobs just now, her level jumped directly to silver level 4. From what you're saying, do you think you can definitely beat me now? Are you itchy again? Do you want to be beaten by me? Lu Feng said, making an angry expression at the right time. When Han Yunch heard this, he was immediately ecstatic. What he was waiting for was Lu Feng's words. Previously, he was instantly killed by Lu Feng in front of everyone, causing him to lose all face in the school. In the past 2 days, I have spent tens of millions of crystals to quickly upgrade, just to vent this bad temper. Not only did he have to beat him back hard, but he also had to do it quietly in front of his teacher. Let her watch with her own eyes as she presses Lu Feng to the ground and rubs him. As long as she is disappointed with Lu Feng and abandons him, he will have a chance. Lu Feng, if you are still a man, don't leave. After I finish changing my job, we will go to the professional guild's arena to compete. When fighting in the arena, there are no restrictions on other people watching. Han Yunch planned in his heart that countless people would see him beating Lu Feng, which would make him completely unable to hold his head up. Lu Feng frowned. If you want to fight, hurry up, I'm in a hurry. Han Yunch rolled his eyes. Are you still in a hurry? As a poor person, the most indispensable thing is time, right? Thinking about it, he immediately jogged and entered the job transfer hall. Not long after, Han Yunch came out in high spirits. At this time, he felt extremely powerful. With the improvement of his skills, he can now summon 3 Shikigami. His own spell attack power has also increased significantly, and he has also learned new powerful skills. Lu Feng, let's go. Let's go to the arena. At this moment, a loser came forward in a panic. Master, I heard someone say on the way here that Miss Shi took Lu Feng through a dungeon hell level today. What? Lu Feng also passed a level. Is it still hell level? Han Yunch couldn't help but open his mouth. What exactly is going on? After listening to what his subordinates said, Han Yunch suddenly understood. It must have been Shi Jingjing who paid Lu Feng money to force his level up. As for the hell level, she must have fought it wearing high-end equipment. What kind of fighting ability does Lu Feng have? He just lies behind her. It turns out that Lu Feng has also completed a turn, no wonder he is so awkward. But what if he changes his mind? He's still a waste. The losers around him all agreed. That's right, this piece of shit Lu Feng is so shameless. I know it's disgusting to eat soft food by showing your face. What an embarrassment to us men. Lu Feng looked at Han Yunch. Why are you still grinding? If you don't dare to hit, just squeak. Don't worry, it's human nature. If you don't dare to hit me, there's no shame in it. When Han Yunch heard this, he exploded on the spot. There was a tearing sound, and the folding fan in his hand was broken into several pieces. I cannot. Let's go. Let's see how I beat you to death in a moment. Under Han Yunchi's secret operation, the news that the two were about to duel immediately spread throughout the professional guilds. Did you know that Lu Feng, who made a big splash this morning, is going to have a fight with the eldest young master of the Han family in the guild arena? Really? Let's go quickly. I must see what this Lu Feng looks like this time. Hurry up and get a seat in the arena. If you're late, you'll have to stand. A large number of people quickly flocked to the arena. The arena of the professional guild imitates the circular design of ancient ruins, and the seats rising up around it can accommodate tens of thousands of people. At this time, the seats were already overcrowded and it looked quite spectacular. Many people come here for the name Lu Feng. There are also many people who were hired by Han Yunch to cheer for him and cheer him on. In the center of the field, there is a wide platform that is 100 meters square. It is the arena used for fighting. Not long after, as two white lights flashed, the virtual figures of Han Yunch and Lu Feng stood on the ring. The professional guild's arena is much more advanced than the school's virtual battle room. The language, demeanor, and movements of both parties in the battle can be displayed in real time. Not only that, if items drop during battle, etc., settlement and delivery will also be carried out in real time to ensure complete data synchronization. Therefore, sitting in the arena and watching the ring battle will give you an excellent viewing experience. Of course, this service is not free. Tickets to the arena stands are very expensive. For the lowest level silver level game, a ticket costs 5,000 crystals. Han Yunch stood on the stage with his hands behind his back, as if he had everything under control. He said calmly, Lu Feng, let's understand our grudges today. This competition was initiated by me. As usual, you can choose the rules. Before you start, please tell me the rules of the competition. Lu Feng said straightforwardly. Since there are so many people watching, let's use the simplest rules. No limits, life or death. Hearing this, Han Yunchi's face trembled slightly. He didn't expect that Lu Feng would play so big. A life and death duel is the most brutal and risky form of duel. The only condition for the battle to end is for one party's health to be cleared. At the same time, the losing party will have a certain probability of dropping their equipment. At the same time, you will also be punished by randomly lowering your level by 1 to 3 levels. Because the punishment is extremely heavy, life and death battles are often the most intense battles. At this time, there was a burst of exclamations in the stands. Life and death. Lu Feng is a ruthless person. But that's what makes it look good. What's the point of having embroidered legs and fists? It seems that we can see a wonderful showdown today. Han Yunch took a deep breath and instantly calmed down. Lu Feng is just bluffing, there is no need to be afraid. He can wear several pieces of gold-level equipment on his body, and he is not afraid of any opponent at all. Han Yunch sneered and said, Okay. I want to see what kind of garbage equipment you can drop out in a while. Lu Feng looked at Han Yunch, who was full of confidence, and showed a kind smile. He is probably wearing gold-level equipment, right? If you explode just one piece, you can sell it for millions of crystals, right? When the time comes, sell it back to him at double the price, isn't that too much? In Lu Feng's eyes, Han Yunch has turned into a fat sheep waiting to be slaughtered. With a wave of his hand, he threw a duel invitation towards Han Yunch. Han Yunch did not accept it immediately, but quickly retreated a distance. Originally, the two of them were about 30 meters apart. He retreated like this and quickly retreated 60 meters away. Han Yunch did this obviously to give himself more time to summon the Shikigami. As a rule, both sides of the duel cannot perform pre-match positioning. Han Yunchi's actions were actually a bit illegal. But the audience didn't care. In their view, both sides need time to summon. The pros and cons of distance are the same for both parties. Han Yunch stopped and then chose, accept. In the center of the arena, a huge prompt number immediately appeared. 3, 2, 1, start. In an instant, the names on their heads turned blood red. Lu Feng instantly changed into the Mulan template, carried a heavy sword, and rushed towards Han Yunch. Han Yunch was beaten unconscious by Lu Feng during a previous battle and could no longer remember the specific details. At this time, I was shocked when I saw Lu Feng suddenly turning into a cold goddess. Suddenly the vague memories became clear. Last time, Lu Feng seemed to have put on this look and beat himself up. But is it still a calling? You are obviously transformed. Lu Feng, this is a foul. Lu Feng's exquisite and dazzling armor and changes in appearance immediately caused a burst of exclamations from the melon eaters. Lu Feng's equipment is so beautiful. I love his equipment. Why do I think his face has become more beautiful? This equipment also comes with a filter effect. Yes, so white and tender that she looks like a fairy. Hey, please control yourself, your saliva is dripping. Lu Feng was speechless. Hey, are you too receptive? When Han Yunch saw Lu Feng rushing up, he also recovered from the shock. Snort. In order to win, he even did not hesitate to dress up as a woman. I, Han Yunch, am not an LSP, how can I be fascinated by women? He quickly made seals with his hands. Asura summon. Snow Girl summon. Red Leaves summon. In front of him, figures of Shikigami appeared quickly. Ouch! Asura, who was shirtless and with an unruly expression, roared, brandishing a bone whip and rushed towards Lu Feng first. The bone whip hit the floor of the arena, and black flames suddenly ignited. Behind him, a snow girl with blue eyes and fluttering snowflakes all over her body, white light flashing in her palms. The ghost girl Hong Yi's palms flew, and several bloody maple leaves shot towards Lu Feng. After summoning the Shikigami, Han Yunch was not idle and immediately drew a 5-pointed star barrier at his feet. As the barrier's light flashed, a faint starlight appeared on his and the three Shikigami's bodies. Immediately afterwards, he put a charm with the word, Sheng, written on it on his body. A thick green shield suddenly rose around him. In the audience, some well-informed melon eaters were immediately amazed. He can already summon 3 Shikigami. How can we fight 4 against 1? Asura is a very powerful high-level Shikigami with high HP for both offense and defense. Lu Feng is in trouble now. The young master of the Han family is really talented. He can even use the advanced speaking spirit technique, word spirit star, that increases the attack of all members. Looking at the shield effect of his spell life, it should be strengthened. The equipment on his body should have special effects that increase his skill level. The special effects must be enchanted, they are not cheap. That's right, for special effects like improving skill level, enchanting requires at least 1 million spirit stones. At this moment, Lu Feng suddenly turned into a stream of light and instantly met Asura in front of him. The heavy sword in his hand slashed hard. Breaking cut. The audience opened their mouths. I thought Lu Feng would choose to avoid Asura, but he ended up facing him. Asura has the highest blood defense among the Shikigami. It was unwise for Lu Feng to choose him as a breakthrough point. Lu Feng's sudden advance surprised Asura, but it can no longer avoid this frontal slash. However, it is confident that this sword cannot stop it. Asura roared angrily and waved the bone whip without hesitation, hitting Lu Feng's head directly. Prepare to fight with Lu Feng to the detriment of both sides. Immediately, a blood-red number jumped out. -3931. Asura's figure was stunned. There was a trace of doubt on its face. The bone whip hanging on Lu Feng's head suddenly stopped and could no longer fall. Ouch! Accompanied by a roar full of unwillingness, Asura's whole body burned instantly. In an instant, the deep black flames of hell swallowed it up. Kill a high-level Shikigami with one sword. In an instant, the whole place fell into deathly silence. After a few seconds, it exploded like a steam pot that couldn't be suppressed. Lu Feng, what kind of terrifying attack power is this? A silver level Asura only has 2000 blood at most, right? He can kill 2 of them with this sword. I may be a dog, but Lu Feng is definitely not a human. What they don't know is that the power value on Lu Feng's panel under the Mulan template has reached more than 800. As for an ordinary silver level 1 person, the combined 4-dimensional attributes are less than 200. No silver level enemy can withstand his sword. Not to mention, the sword he just struck used the breaking slash skill. When Lu Feng killed Asura with 1 sword, 3 attacks from different directions also fell on him. Snow Girl's snowball technique, Red Leaf's bloody maple leaf, and Han Yunqi's sky thunder technique. However, their attacks had no effect at all. Spell resistance. Spell resistance. Spell resistance. At this time, Han Yunqi's eyes almost popped out of their sockets. In order to pursue the ultimate attack power, the 150 attribute points he gained from upgrading were all added to his spirit. Coupled with the equipment bonus, the mental value has exceeded 200. He was still resisted by Lu Feng. In fact, this is normal. Lu Feng has many legal heroes. With the 20% attribute bonus of Summoning Divine Contract, his mental value has exceeded 330, completely crushing Han Yunchi. Not only that, Lu Feng's figure after transformation is so good. Han Yunchi thought he could stay calm in his arms. But in actual combat, the turbulent scene is impossible to ignore. Lu Feng didn't stop at all and launched breaking slash continuously. With continuous screams, Yuki Onna and Hongye were killed one after another. Seeing the 2 Shikigami dissipating into light spots, Lu Feng rushed up quickly. Han Yunqi's face suddenly turned earthy. This guy's chest confuses people's willpower. After a Shikigami is killed, it takes a long time to recover. Han Yunchi still had a few Shikigami he could summon at this time, but he no longer wanted to summon them. His other Shikigami were even weaker, and they were killed by Lu Feng's sword when summoned. It has no effect at all. Han Yunchi, couldn't figure it out. They are all silver level, how can Lu Feng's combat effectiveness be so strong? His original plan was to let Asura hold Lu Feng down while he and the other 2 Shikigami dealt damage from a distance. The plan was perfect, but the implementation was completely different from what was expected. Lu Feng's attack power and mental power were both higher than he imagined. This is impossible, you can't be so strong. The desperate Han Yunqi's mentality completely exploded at this time. While roaring, he fired spells at Lu Feng like crazy. It's just that these spells are not even tickling for Lu Feng. At this time, Lu Feng was not in a hurry to kill Han Yunchi. Han Yunchi dueled with himself and made such a grand spectacle just to humiliate himself in public. At this time, letting everyone see his insane and ugly appearance can be regarded as retaliating with tooth. There was a lot of chatter in the stands. This young master of the Han family is not weak, he just chose the wrong opponent. Yes, how can a person beat a god? Lu Feng became famous in one battle this time. I became famous when I played the hell level dungeon in the morning, right? Soon, Han Yunqi's mana reached its bottom. He continued to form seals, but to no avail. Supermodel equipment can be used in ring battles, but potions and food are not allowed. Lu Feng no longer wasted time and slashed through with 1 sword. A horrific wound was suddenly pulled out on Han Yunqi's chest, and blood spurted out. Han Yunchi froze, and then fell to the ground. There was a burst of endless applause from the stands. Lu Feng wins. A match without any suspense. Teacher Jingjing also sat in the stands, applauding so hard that her hands turned red. Although she had confidence in Lu Feng, she was still a little nervous at the beginning of the duel. Even when Han Yunchi went crazy, she was worried about what tricks he was playing. At this time, the dust had settled, and her heart that had been hanging on it fell to the ground. Just when Han Yunqi's body turned into a white light and was forcibly teleported to the ring. Several pieces of equipment suddenly appeared on the ground, emitting beams of light rising into the sky. There are 2 light pillars in it, and they even emit a brilliant golden light. Originally, the audience was ready to stand up and leave. When he saw the 2 beams of light, he suddenly became excited again. Wow! Explode, explode, gold level equipment exploded. I exploded 2 of them at once, double yolk eggs. Han Yunch, the boss, has a good explosion rate. Lu Feng can earn at least hundreds of thousands of crystal stones with this one. If it's top quality equipment, it's possible to have 1 million crystal stones. I've made much more money than I did by downloading the dungeon, and it's not dangerous yet. When will such a good thing happen to me? Lu Feng quickly stepped forward and picked up all 4 pieces of equipment. 2 pieces of silver level equipment and 2 pieces of gold level equipment. Get the Xuanwu Immortal Seal. Obtain the Shanluo Glazed Ring. Xuanwu Immortal Seal. Type: Jewelry. Level: Gold level. Attributes: plus 30 Constitution, plus 30 Strength. Special effect: generates a shield when activated, absorbing 10,000 points of damage. Cooling time is 3 hours. Required level: Silver level 1. Shanluo Glass Ring. Type: Ring. Level: Gold level. Attributes: plus 30 Constitution, plus 20 Spirit. Required level: Silver level 1. Lu Feng couldn't help but smile. Han Yunch is such a good person. I gave away crystals before, but now I give away equipment. He was a little embarrassed. The 2 pieces of gold level equipment happened to be available to me. The equipment on a person is divided into 3 categories: weapons, armor and decorations. If further broken down, the armor has 4 parts: head, chest, hands and feet. The decorations include a necklace, 2 rings and 2 accessories, and up to 5 can be equipped. Using a hero template will automatically grant you weapons and armor. But there are no decorations. The 2 pieces that Han Yunch is currently respecting can just fill the gaps in his equipment. Moreover, the shield effect of Xuanwu Immortal Seal is very useful and can be called a life-saving artifact. Lu Feng was immediately equipped. At this time, Han Yunch, who had been resurrected under the ring, checked his equipment and found that 2 pieces of gold level equipment had fallen. His legs and feet suddenly became weak and he sat down on the ground. These 2 pieces of gold level equipment did not belong to him. They were temporarily lent to him by the owner of the family in order to allow him to upgrade faster. Now that it has fallen down, he doesn't even know how to explain it to his family. Lu Feng was walking down the ring when suddenly there was movement in the sky. Roar. Along with a roar as terrifying as thunder, a shadow suddenly pressed down. The spectators in the stands all looked up into the sky. At first glance, a look of horror suddenly appeared on his face. I saw a huge dragon shining with crystal light appearing in the sky. The crystal dragon circled in a circle and then landed towards the ring in the center below. As the huge body slowly landed, its wings flapped and brought forth bursts of swift and violent wind. The strong wind swept across the entire arena in an instant, and many lowly spectators were blown to and fro. Upon seeing this, the staff immediately opened the aura shield on the stand. The loudspeakers on the venue sounded immediately. In the skies above professional guilds, no flying is allowed without permission. The visitor landed quickly and was inspected. Soon, the crystal dragon slowly landed on the ring, and its body quickly shrunk to 3 or 4 meters in size. A man in white jumped down from the dragon's back. He looked at Lu Feng and said, "I am Wang Chen from Jinling City, and I want to challenge you." He was changing jobs just now, and suddenly the crystal dragon made an uneasy sound. Through communication, it turned out that it felt a powerful aura. Wang Chen finished his job transfer in a hurry and immediately rode the crystal dragon to look for it in the direction of the breath. Immediately, they arrived at the arena. By communicating with the crystal dragon again, Wang Chen confirmed that the powerful aura came from the person in front of him. As soon as Wang Chen said these words, the whole audience suddenly exclaimed. It turns out to be the Dragon Master from Jinling City. No wonder he has such a big dragon. I heard that he is an SSS level talent. No one can beat such a big dragon, right? This body is more than enough to be thrown into a dungeon and become a boss. Lu Feng is in danger now. What's the danger? Why don't we just not fight? As soon as the staff heard it was Wang Chen, they stopped asking any more questions. They still know the name of the Dragon Master. Turning to look at Lu Feng, waiting for his answer. After all, a duel requires the unanimous consent of both parties. Lu Feng looked him over. God's Eye told him, "This is a silver level 1 rookie, you can fight him casually." Of course, Lu Feng is not the kind of person who takes action casually. There must be a reward for taking action. How many pieces of gold level equipment do you have on you? In an instant, the whole place fell silent. Most people thought that Lu Feng would not challenge. A small number of people believe that Lu Feng will definitely accept the challenge. But no one would have thought that he would ask such a question. This sentence is quite provocative. The implicit meaning is that if you have more gold level equipment and can drop a few more pieces, then I can fight you. If there are too few gold level equipment, then I'm sorry and I won't accompany you. To put it simply, you will definitely be the loser anyway. It took several seconds for Wang Chen to react. The expression on his face suddenly became extremely ugly. You're quite crazy. Lu Feng smiled slightly. It's okay, at least I can punch you hard. Wang Chen gritted his teeth and said bitterly, I have 7 pieces of gold level equipment on me, is that enough? If anyone else had heard it, they would have been so scared that they sat on the ground. A piece of gold level equipment can increase attribute points by about 50 points. 7 pieces is about 350 points. A person at level 1 silver only has 200 basic attribute points. After wearing these equipment, the 4-dimensional attribute will be about 600 points. Enough to crush 99% of opponents at the same level. However, Lu Feng happens to be among the 1%. Even if Wang Chen said that he was wearing gold level equipment, he would not back down. After hearing this, Lu Feng nodded, let's do it. The old rules are life and death. The spectators in the arena couldn't bear to listen. There are only 10 pieces of equipment on the person, 7 of which are gold level. How can this be called make do? I'll give this guy 101 points for showing off. At first glance, he looks like an old man from Versailles. His tone doesn't sound like a duel, but more like someone collecting equipment. Well, the old rule is, gold level equipment, at least 2 pieces. Wang Chen forced a smile. Okay. Can we start now? He couldn't wait to drive Xiaojing to trample Lu Feng to death. Lu Feng showed a kind smile. Sure, then he sent an invitation to a duel. Soon, the countdown ends. The duel officially begins. Lu Feng followed his usual practice and rushed towards Wang Chen. Wang Chen used his feet hard and quickly jumped onto the crystal dragon. Xiaojing, roar. After receiving the master's order, the crystal dragon looked up to the sky and roared wildly, and its size increased crazily. In just a few moments, his body returned to its previous height of about 20 meters. Wang Chen stretched out his hand to make a false move, and a giant sword flashing with golden light appeared in his hand. Lu Feng clearly felt that his momentum was much stronger than Han Yunqi's. In addition to the equipment attribute bonus, it should also inherit some attributes of the dragon. At this time, Lu Feng had arrived about 30 meters in front of the crystal dragon. Roar! The crystal dragon roared and suddenly opened its bloody mouth. Countless white energy light balls immediately emerged from its mouth and were fired violently towards Lu Feng. Breaking cut. Lu Feng's figure disappeared suddenly, and in the next moment he rushed to the dragon's legs as thick as pillars. He raised his giant sword and slashed hard at the dragon's legs. Swift strike. Blade. Numerous bone-deep wounds suddenly appeared on the dragon's legs, and blood flowed profusely. Roar. The crystal dragon felt pain and immediately flapped its huge wings and flew upwards. Wang Chen looked at Lu Feng on the ground and snorted, so what if the attack power is high? If you can't hit me, it's useless no matter how strong you are. Can't hit you. You're thinking too much, Lu Feng said as he kicked the ground hard with his left foot. The hard arena floor was not damaged when the dragon landed. At this time, fine cracks appeared like a spider web. Immediately, amid the exclamations of the audience in the stands, Lu Feng's body soared upwards like a rocket. Soon we were approaching the crystal dragon. Wang Chen suddenly panicked and quickly threw a fireball. Then the next moment, he saw Lu Feng's figure disappear again. Immediately afterwards, Lu Feng teleported in front of him and slashed with his sword. Breaking cut. The last time Lu Feng used breaking slash, he hit the dragon's leg. The cooldown of breaking slash was immediately reset. Wang Chen waved the golden giant sword and blocked it with all his strength. Kara. He immediately saw that there was a gap in the blade of his giant sword. Wang Chen couldn't help but be stunned. This is a gold-level weapon. Can't beat Lu Feng's sword. Are his weapons sophisticated? Among the equipment classifications, the lowest level is ordinary level, which are those used by ordinary people. From the ordinary level up, there are bronze level, silver level and gold level, collectively called rare level. Further up are excellent level, epic level, and legendary level. When Wang Chen was surprised, Lu Feng had already stood firmly on the dragon's spine. Then he attacked again. Facing Lu Feng's continuous offensive, it was impossible for Wang Chen to resist. Soon, his giant sword was knocked away by Lu Feng. At this time, Wang Chen was at the end of his rope. Lu Feng is now standing on the dragon's spine, and the crystal dragon cannot attack him. Although the dragon turned several times in an attempt to throw him away. But Lu Feng's feet seemed to be firmly nailed to the dragon's spine, as stable as Mount Tai. Wang Chen released several spell attacks, but only knocked out a few dozen points of Lu Feng's health. The blood bar on his head showed no change at all. At this time Wang Chen suddenly burst out laughing. "Lu Feng, you have been fooled." As he said that, he suddenly jumped off the crystal dragon. Lu Feng couldn't help but feel wary. At this time, crystal dragon suddenly turned violently. Lu Feng could no longer stand and was thrown off the dragon's back. The next moment, the crystal dragon rushed towards Wang Chen. There was a burst of exclamation in the stands. Wang Chen is so insidious. Lie Lu Feng to a high altitude and then throw him down. What a great trick. And he has a giant dragon to support him, so he can't die. Lu Feng almost won, what a pity. At this time, someone suddenly pointed in the air. "It's not over yet, look." Everyone looked into the sky and saw a strange scene. I saw a golden square suddenly appearing at the feet of Lu Feng, who was falling rapidly. With one kick, the whole person immediately changed direction. Chased towards the crystal dragon tail. It's just that the crystal dragon has wings to accelerate, and Lu Feng seems to be unable to catch up. At this moment, another block appeared behind Lu Feng. As he kicked hard, his whole body speeded up instantly. After speeding up several times, he was already not far behind the crystal dragon. Wang Chen watched the crystal dragon getting closer and closer to him. He soon caught himself, smiling and spreading his arms. "I won this duel." As soon as he finished speaking, his eyes suddenly widened, as if he had seen some incredible sight. Lu Feng suddenly appeared on top of the crystal dragon. Immediately, dazzling skills bloomed. The huge sword arc, as majestic as the moon, cut into the back of the crystal dragon's neck. Ouch! Along with a miserable dragon roar, bursts of blood burst out from the dragon's neck. The crystal dragon's body suddenly turned around and glared fiercely at Lu Feng, who was not far away. Then the next moment, it received Wang Chen's order and was ready to turn around and save him. However, Lu Feng obviously won't let it happen. He immediately rushed forward, stepped on the bloody dragon's neck, and threw a series of skills at it. Breaking cut, swift strike, blade. The crystal dragon kept screaming, but Wang Chen's order left him no time to fight back. The huge body was flying in the direction of Wang Chen with all its strength while blood was splashing everywhere. Closer, closer. Wang Chen, who was falling, saw the crystal dragon not far in front of him and couldn't help but stretched out his hand and shouted. 3 meters, 2 meters, 1 meter, finally caught it. Wang Chen struggled to grab it and finally caught the scales on the crystal dragon. Phew, I'm saved. He was about to breathe a sigh of relief when suddenly something felt wrong. The crystal dragon's body suddenly became illusory. Bang! The next moment, the crystal dragon's body completely collapsed and turned into spots of light all over the sky. Wang Chen couldn't help but feel a little confused. My dragon is dead. At this time, he clearly felt that the crystal dragon's blood volume was cleared and it automatically returned to the pet pen. Its loyalty has also dropped a lot. Wang Chen was stunned when he saw Lu Feng standing not far above him, covered in blood. He was looking at himself with a smile. Wang Chen suddenly reacted. Lu Feng, it was you. It was you who killed. As soon as he was halfway through speaking, he felt pain in his back. The whole person hit the hard ground of the ring hard. When he originally fought against Lu Feng, he didn't have much health left. At this time, the blood volume is instantly cleared to 0. Matrix. Lu Feng tapped the square with his toes and landed lightly on the ground. Wang Chen saw Lu Feng landing safely before turning into white light and disappearing. Where he disappeared, 2 brilliant golden lights appeared again. Tisk, thank you, Boss Wang. Lu Feng smiled brightly and quickly stepped forward to pick it up. 2 more pieces of gold level equipment. Get, open mountain. Get the golden scale breastplate. Open mountain. Type, weapon, level, gold level, attributes, +20 constitution +40 strength +20 agility. Special effect, earth spell damage increased by 20%. Required level, silver level 1. Gold scale breastplate. Type, chest, level, gold level, attributes, +30 constitution +15 strength +10 agility. Required level, silver level 1. Seeing the 2 pieces of equipment, Lu Feng looked disgusted. It's not a decoration, it's of no use to me. Rubbish. At this time, the stands were already boiling. Wow, 2 more pieces of gold level equipment. This business is so good. This weapon has very high attributes. I wonder if Lu Feng will sell it. This weapon costs at least 400,000 crystal stones. Much faster than robbing a bank. As soon as Lu Feng stepped off the ring, he saw his master running over quietly. You just fell out of the sky and scared me to death. Lu Feng smiled and said, don't worry. How can I dare to go up without any means? By the way, these 2 pieces of equipment are of no use to me. Can you help me get rid of them? Okay, leave it to me. The 2 people immediately left the arena in the envious eyes of everyone. Not far after he walked out, Wang Chen caught up with him. Huh, still want to fight? Lu Feng asked in surprise. Wang Chen's mouth twitched. If you fight again, all my equipment will be gone. I want to come here to buy back those 2 pieces of gold level equipment. After some haggling, the 2 parties finally settled the deal for 500,000 crystal stones. Wang Chen bought back the equipment and forced Lu Feng to treat him to dinner. We've never known each other before. You've made so much money, why don't you treat me to a meal at the head office? Lu Feng pondered. Yes, but I only invite buffet meals, which cost less than 400 blue star coins per person. Wang Chen was a little confused. Why? Because the buffet has a fixed quota. If I go to the restaurant to eat, I'm afraid you will take revenge and make me poor. Wang Chen couldn't help but rolled his eyes. It's just that you're stingy. Forget about any excuses you can make. I'll ask you to do it. As he spoke, he secretly glanced at his chest and swallowed. I'm determined to be your friend. The next few days were uneventful. Shidong's treatment was very successful, and Lu Jun's symptoms completely disappeared. Not only that, but she also showed signs of professional awakening during the treatment. Lu Feng's family couldn't help but be overjoyed when they found out. After taking Lu Jun home, Lu Feng immediately exchanged the spar for 100 million blue star coins for his parents. Let them buy the highest-end supplements and food to nourish Lu Yun's body. Career awakening has a lot to do with physical strength. What they can do now is try their best to supplement Lu Yun's nutrition in the hope that she can awaken as soon as possible. After all, compared to normal awakenings, Illuminati wins at the starting line and has a huge advantage. Then, early the next morning, Ding Yuan, the assistant to the city owner, came to visit Lu Feng. It means that the purchase procedure of the Dongsha Yayuan mansion has been completed and the family can move in at any time. He also handed him the complete set of property rights information and house keys. After Ding Yuan left, Lu Yun immediately ran out of the room. Brother, were you talking about a new house just now? We're moving to a new house. What's going on? Kid, who asked you to eavesdrop on what the adults are saying? Lu Feng pinched her smooth cheeks and smiled. Lu Jun pouted. Good brother, just tell me. When I got home, I found that my home was different from before. The refrigerator and color TV were replaced with new ones. Ask my parents, they all said I'm just a kid and don't ask any more questions. What happened? Did my dad win the lottery? Lu Feng laughed and said, the money from the lottery prize is not enough to buy a house in Dongsha Yayuan. Unable to bear Lu Jun's entanglement, Lu Feng told him about awakening his SSS level talent. After all, Lu Yun is young and has not been exposed to the knowledge of the professional system, so he seems to understand it but not understand it. Anyway, I just think my brother is awesome. Wow, brother is so awesome. Then he will protect me and my parents from now on, right? Of course, Lu Feng smiled. After his parents came back from shopping for groceries, Lu Feng handed them the keys to the house. Dad knew about it, but because it hadn't been decided yet, he didn't say anything after he came back. At this time, my parents were amazed when they saw the house key. It says you can move in with your bags, but you'd better go and take a look first. If there's anything that needs to be changed, just wait until it's done before moving it. My parents nodded repeatedly, took the keys and went out immediately. In the next few days, the family was busy shopping around the home decoration store to choose suitable furniture. Although the mansion already has configurations, the style seems too trendy. It's very different from his original style. After discussing it as a family, we decided to replace it. After all, a home is not for display, but for living in. What is needed is a warm and comfortable feeling. Out of habit, my parents always make comparisons when buying things. They compare prices from one store to another and ask about the price over and over again. I visited several decoration malls and finally settled on it. Lu Feng followed behind his parents to help carry some things. They sometimes ask Lu Feng for advice. My sister Lu Jun is not idle either. Her parents repeatedly compared and dazzled her, but she also followed them seriously. However, she mainly looked at the furniture and decoration of her room. The house was small before and she didn't have her own separate room, but now she has one. The mansion given by the city lord's mansion is a 5-bedroom house, and everyone has a spare room. After the new home was decorated, the family chose a good life and moved in. Before leaving, I invited the familiar neighbors in the old community to have a good meal, and thanked everyone for their help and support over the years. Both parents have quit their original jobs, and their main job every day is to provide logistical support for Lu Feng before the college entrance examination. A table of delicious food is cooked for every meal, using the meat of exotic animals with rich spiritual energy, spiritual rice, and spiritual vegetables. The sight of it will whet your appetite. Even if it's not a restaurant, there are always various spiritual fruit snacks, for fear that he won't be able to keep up with his nutrition. Lu Feng's nutrition has kept up, and the problem of not being able to keep up with his physical fitness due to rapid upgrading has gradually been solved. And her sister Lu Yun also took advantage of it. Her mouth was full of oil after every meal. In the following days, Lu Feng completed daily tasks, upgraded, and drew heroes step by step. Go to the secret realm from time to time to break the dungeon record and earn some attribute points for extra money. This is mainly because he found that the system is getting more and more stingy. Settlement at 24 hours a day has been cancelled. The content of daily mission rewards has also changed. The drop rate of hero lottery tickets has been reduced, and attribute points or item rewards have been increased. As most of the dungeon records in Donghai City were broken, the reputation of his ID, it's troublesome to name, became more and more popular. Time flies by inadvertently. Soon, it was the day before the college entrance examination. Lu Feng had breakfast in the morning and went out to school. When I walked into the small auditorium, I saw that many students were already there. Students from classes 1 to 10 are all there. Of course, they are all students from the combat department, 113 in total. Today is the day to announce the content and rules of the college entrance examination. Lu Feng was also a little confused when he received the notice from his class teacher Chen Ya that he was arriving at school. The content of the college entrance examination should be announced on the day of the exam, right? After listening to Chen Ya's explanation, he immediately understood. The college entrance examination in this world is not about sitting in a classroom and answering questions. Instead, enter the secret realm and fight with the strange beasts with real swords and guns. The secret realm used for the college entrance examination has no protection mechanism. Once you die, you are really dead. Although there are strong people secretly protecting you, there will always be accidents or situations where it is too late to rescue. Every year in the college entrance examination, there is a certain death quota. But no one wants to fulfill this quota. After all, the purpose of holding the college entrance examination is to select talents, not to let them really die. Informing everyone of the exam content one day in advance is mainly to prepare everyone. Learn about the characteristics of the secret realm and information about exotic animals in advance. Find suitable teammates to form a team. According to the situation in the secret realm, make targeted preparations for equipment and supplies. Lu Feng walked into the small auditorium, took a quick glance, and found Shi Jingjing. As his level increased, his senses became more and more acute. He walked over and sat next to her. Teacher, be quiet, morning. Good morning, Lu Feng. When Shi Jingjing saw Lu Feng, a smile immediately appeared on his face. I heard that your family has moved to Dongsha Yayuan. Congratulations. Thank you, you are very well informed. You need to treat me to a meal when you move to a new house. Okay, I'll make up for it when I get back from the college entrance examination. The two were chatting, and soon Lu Feng saw Principal Luo and the head teachers of each class arriving. As they took their seats in the first row, a huge screen was lowered in front of the auditorium. The screen connected, showing the figure of an old man. He has a thin body, white beard and hair, and looks like an ordinary person. But the moment he appeared, an invisible pressure immediately covered the entire place. The auditorium, which was extremely noisy a second ago, suddenly became quiet. Hello everyone, I am Shang Ke, who is in charge of this Eastern District College entrance examination. A very simple opening statement, without even introducing his position or level. Lu Feng then threw a divine eye over. Shang Ke, Deputy Director of the Education Department of Yanlong Kingdom, Warrior level. Warrior level. Lu Feng was secretly surprised. The warrior level has the combat power to destroy a city and is a national level strategic force. Being assigned to take charge of the college entrance examination, and it's only the college entrance examination in the Eastern District, isn't it a bit of a fuss? Generally speaking, the difficulty of the college entrance examination secret realm is around silver level 10. Logically speaking, it is more than enough for a warrior level warrior to hold down the formation. Lu Feng couldn't help but feel wary. He did not believe that the country's top officials would make such a low-level mistake. The only reasonable explanation is that the difficulty of this college entrance examination has reached the point where a warrior-level expert is needed. Now let me tell you about the venue and rules of this college entrance examination. Shang Ke then introduced the situation of this year's college entrance examination. This year's college entrance examination, our examination venue in the East District is Chiyuan Secret Realm. Information about this secret realm has been sent to everyone's career system. Please check carefully when you go back. The exam is in 5 days. In terms of team formation, the number of people is limited to 1 to 5 people, only from the same school, not classes. Scoring rules: you can get points by killing monsters. If there are multiple people in the team, individual points will be calculated based on the team's total points divided by the number of people. Of course, as usual, you can also grab points from other teams. However, serious injury or killing is strictly prohibited. Anyone found to have committed the above behavior will be disqualified from taking the exam and be held criminally responsible. Also, I want to emphasize one point. Shang Ke, who had been looking at the manuscript paper and copying the text, suddenly raised his head with a serious expression. The secret realm used in the college entrance examination is a real secret realm. It's completely different from the castrated versions of the secret realms you played before. There is no protection scroll, no protection mechanism. If you die, you are dead. There is no chance of resurrection. Everyone will be equipped with flares before the exam. If you encounter danger, you can send out flares to call for help. Without the complex environment of the secret realm, no one can guarantee whether rescue will arrive in time. In addition, once you use rescue, it means that your college entrance examination is over. I hope everyone will keep this in mind. Finally, I wish everyone a smooth college entrance examination and a safe return. The screen then went dark. Then, Principal Luo also came on stage and said a few words. Mainly some words of encouragement, and also a reminder to everyone to complete the team formation as soon as possible and be fully prepared. After saying that, he left. The head teachers of each class stayed to answer questions for the students. At this time, most people in the auditorium were in no rush to act. Instead, he sat there, frowning and thinking. Shang Ke's previous words made most students feel a little nervous. Soon, some people began to look around, wondering what kind of teammates they should find. Some people looked arrogant and didn't even look at anyone else, obviously planning to go it alone. After all, if you form a team, your points will be divided. At this time, Lu Feng took out a whiteboard, picked up a marker and started writing on it. The teacher came over quietly and curiously. Lu Feng, what are you writing? I'm writing the conditions for recruiting teammates. Oh, what's the condition? Let me see. The teacher leaned over quietly and curiously. When she saw clearly what was on the whiteboard, her eyes suddenly lit up. Find someone who can cook. It's best if you know how to cook with the meat of ferocious beasts. I also need to find someone who can make fruit platters. Lu Feng, you are so thoughtful. Why didn't I think of that? This is what the college entrance examination should be like. At this time, many people started to get up and look for their teammates. Among them, the largest number of people gathered around Han Yunch. Master Han, I have been following you loyally. I will take you with me to the college entrance examination. Young Master Han, I am good at washing, cooking, back warming and bed warming. Please take me with you. Young Master Han, I am a third-level silver shield warrior. Han Yunch shook his hand as if to ward off flies. I'm not planning to form a team for this college entrance examination. You can go find someone else. When everyone heard this, they were extremely depressed. When he was leveling up previously, Han Yunch asked them to do hard work pulling monsters to help him level up quickly. At this moment, they were abandoned directly. Although everyone felt resentful, they did not dare to show it. None of them have any background, and the Han family cannot afford to offend them. One by one walked away dejectedly. Han Yunch looked at their backs and sneered secretly. You are so weak, you still want to team up with me. This time the college entrance examination. I have already found a strong helper. At this time, a burst of exclamations suddenly sounded in the auditorium. Han Yunch followed the sound and saw the teacher quietly holding up a whiteboard. It reads, Strong team recruits teammates. 1. Someone who can handle the corpses of strange beasts. 2. One person who can cook, and those who can cook with the meat of ferocious beasts will be given priority. 3. One person must be able to cut fruit, and those who can make fruit platter or make milk tea and coffee will be given priority. The benefits are great, the places are limited, first come, first served. After seeing the content on the whiteboard clearly, Han Yunch burst out laughing. Lu Feng is kidding. Are you going camping in a secret place? Many students gathered around the teacher and looked at the whiteboard quietly, with countless question marks floating above their heads. Isn't it the college entrance examination we took? How many points will you give to someone who can cook? Teacher Jingjing, are you serious? Master Jingjing's chest puffed up. What's wrong? Lu Feng and I are looking for teammates like this for our team. If you have any objections, just don't come. I'm not forcing you. At this time, Lu Feng came over. He said, of course we are serious. Our team aims to be number 1, so the team formation requirements will be stricter, so please understand. A classmate asked in confusion, but you didn't write down the level and talent requirements on it. Well, yes, Lu Feng nodded. What we value is the overall quality of the players, not the level of talent. Everyone was speechless for a while. You can handle the carcasses of strange animals, you can cook, and you can cut fruits. Is this what you call comprehensive qualities? The question is, what use are these qualities when encountering strange beasts? Seeing the confused faces of his classmates, Lu Feng shook his head. My understanding is so poor. This is really the worst class of students he has ever seen. Immediately too lazy to say anything. The students looked at the whiteboard with confused expressions. They don't know how strong Lu Feng is, but Shi Jingjing has a golden thigh. As the eldest daughter of the master family and an S-level talent, no one doubts her fighting ability. It's just. The conditions for recruiting teammates are really unreliable. Can you really achieve good results by joining this team? At this time, a petite girl emerged from the crowd. He said timidly, Classmate Lu Feng, classmate Shi Jingjing, hello. I'm Ji Yula from class 6. I can cut fruit and make some milk tea. But, I only have silver level 1, please, can I join? As the girl talked, her voice became smaller and smaller, showing an extreme lack of confidence. When the onlookers saw this, they immediately started talking. She actually took it seriously. She is from our class. Her talent and profession are average, and she is not popular. She is probably worried because she can't form a team, right? A silver level 1 dared to recommend herself. I wonder who gave her the courage. Everyone's discussion fell into Lu Feng's ears without missing a word. He couldn't help but glance at Ji Yula. He has short gray hair, an ordinary appearance, and is fairly fair. He immediately took out an apple and handed it to Ji Yula. Can you peel an apple? Ji Yula originally thought Lu Feng was joking and didn't hold out much hope. Unexpectedly, Lu Feng actually brought some fruit over. He quickly took it. Yes, yes. As he said that, he took out a fruit knife and started peeling it skillfully. In less than 30 seconds, a spiral-shaped apple peel was completely peeled off. Ji Yula handed over the peeled apple. Is this okay? Lu Feng nodded. Student Ji Yula, congratulations on passing the interview and officially becoming a member of our team. Chapter 51. As soon as Lu Feng said this, the small auditorium exploded. The weird conditions written on the whiteboard are actually true. As long as you meet one condition, you can become Shi Jingjing's teammate. Immediately, several classmates gathered around him. Classmate Lu Feng, I can handle the corpses of strange beasts. Me too, I worked in a slaughterhouse. My family owns a restaurant, and I can cook all kinds of home-cooked dishes. I can also cut fruit, and I can cut it better than her. I can make a fruit platter. Lu Feng asked Ji Yula to stand behind him and said calmly. Sorry, the places are limited, first come, first served. The fruit cutter has been recruited. Now we are recruiting people who can handle corpses and cook. The two girls who were rejected suddenly turned pale. Due to a moment of hesitation, they actually missed the opportunity to hug their master Jingjing's thigh. However, they are not the most depressed. There are many students who do not know any of the 3 life skills and can only watch and covet. Ji Yula stood next to Shi Jingjing, still a little unbelievable. Teacher Jingjing, did I really pass? The teacher smiled quietly and said, don't worry. You are already one of us. Thank you, thank you. Ji Yula couldn't help crying with joy. She had tried to form a team several times, but she had always refused. Either they think her level is low, or they think her profession is useless. Fortunately, God showed mercy and allowed her to join Lu Feng and Shi Jingjing's team. With the addition of Ji Yula, the competition for the remaining 2 positions suddenly became fierce. This time, Lu Feng did not let them do it, because the conditions did not allow it. Instead, he used God's eye to collect information and made a direct judgment. Soon, the remaining 2 people were chosen. Zhou Bin, a strong shield warrior, silver level 1. His father is the owner of a slaughterhouse and has the ancestral, killing knife technique. Fan Qi, a thin assassin, silver level 1. It also has a family heritage. His father is the owner and chef of the 3-star restaurant, Wanghai Pavilion. Lu Feng looked at the 3 of them and nodded secretly. There are hunters, cooks and waiters. This trip to the college entrance examination shouldn't be too hard. Call the 3 people aside. You don't have to fight when you enter the secret realm, just pay attention to protecting yourself. Just leave the matter of earning points to me and Shi Jingjing. You just need to concentrate on doing your job. That means cutting up bodies, cooking, cutting fruits and making drinks. The 3 of them were overjoyed and nodded quickly. They originally thought that those things were done after fighting. Unexpectedly, there was no need to fight. However, I have a request. Lu Feng's face straightened. Our team aims to be number 1. So, although you don't have to fight, you must do your best to do your job. If I find anyone dragging me down, I have the right to expel them from the team immediately. I will not give any points to the expelled team members. When the 3 of them heard this, they nodded quickly. Zhou Bin, of course. Fan Qi, I have no objection. Ji Yula, me too. Lu Feng's main purpose in doing this is to stop them from slacking off. The students who failed to join Lu Feng's team beat their chests and stamped their feet. It would have been better if I had stood up earlier, but that Ji Yula got the better of me. Oh, why can't I cook? I'm such a waste. I want to go back and practice my life skills. The head teachers of each class couldn't help but feel a headache as they watched. The originally good combat type team was suddenly manipulated by Lu Feng, and the style was suddenly distorted. Han Yunch couldn't help but feel angry when he saw all this. At first, he was secretly gloating when he saw that no one applied for Lu Feng and Shi Jingjing's weird recruitment conditions. Unexpectedly, a girl suddenly joined. Then suddenly it went from being nobody's favorite to being something that everyone is vying for. A bunch of idiots who act according to the prevailing circumstances. You deserve it for not being able to form a team. Han Yunch came to a secluded corner and secretly answered a phone call. Yamada-kun, are your people ready? Tomorrow is the college entrance examination. From the microphone, a low, slightly hoarse voice replied, Don't worry, Mr. Yunche, he's just a student. It's effortless to deal with him. Han Yunch frowned and said, Yamada-kun, you can't be careless. Lu Feng defeated the Dragon Master Wang Chen. Haha, that's just a Dragon Master who hasn't grown up yet. I have sent 4 gold level experts here. Even if he is an SSS level genius, it is impossible to defeat him, right? They will arrive outside Donghai City in the afternoon at the latest, and they will contact you then. You cooperate with them to lure Lu Feng out, and then surround and kill him in one fell swoop. Han Yunch felt relieved after hearing this. 4 gold level experts are fighting against Lu Feng. He will definitely die now. No problem. I will definitely cooperate with you. Han Yunch hung up the phone and looked at Lu Feng in the distance with a ferocious smile. Lu Feng, enjoy your last time on Earth. After a while, Lu Feng's team of 5 people went to the teacher to report and then left. After returning home, Lu Feng lay on the bed and read the information about Shiyuan's secret realm. This secret realm is a desert full of dangers. Deep in the desert, stands the ruins of a dilapidated ancient city. In addition to killing monsters, the way to obtain points for this college entrance examination is to reach ruins and complete tasks. Arrival at the site is easy to understand. There is no explanation in the information about completing the task. Obviously, students need to explore on their own. After reading the information on Shiyuan's secret realm, the corners of Lu Feng's mouth turned up slightly. Not to mention anything else, their team has a great advantage in terms of terrain. Early the next morning, Lu Feng got up, washed and had breakfast. I checked to make sure that all the equipment, medicine and various daily necessities were packed. I said goodbye to my parents and went out to school. Compared with yesterday, the campus today has been rearranged. There were many staff wearing the badges of the Department of Education standing at the school gate. A tense atmosphere came over. Lu Feng walked to the door and was immediately greeted by a staff member to verify his identity. After confirming that everything was correct, Lu Feng was taken to a classroom. The classroom door was closed tightly, and a dozen students were lining up outside the door. They are all waiting to go in and take the level test. This is the first level of the college entrance examination. Only those who have reached the silver level can participate in the next stage of the secret realm assessment. If you don't reach the level, just go home. In order to ensure that the level is not known to others, only one person can enter the test room at a time. After a while, it was Lu Feng's turn. He walked in and closed the door. Walk up to the test instrument and place your hand on the instrument. The instrument suddenly glowed with silver light. The originally soft light suddenly became a bit dazzling. The staff member opposite closed his eyes subconsciously. When he opened his eyes again and looked at the instrument panel, he couldn't help but be stunned. Nothing is displayed on it. If the student's level is unqualified, it should also show the correct level of bronze. Can't it be measured? How is it possible? Is this instrument broken? The staff fiddled with it twice, but to no avail. Immediately I was sweating profusely and quickly called others to help. Other students at the back saw that Lu Feng had not come out after entering. There was a lot of discussion immediately. Isn't this Lu Feng, the top student in class 1? After working on it for a long time, he won't even reach the silver level, right? It's very possible. He has never formed a team with anyone else. He is a summoner who practices alone. How slow is it to level up? He formed a team with Shi Jingjing yesterday, right? Now there's a joke. Soon, 2 staff members came over. There was a burst of dazzling silver light just now, but the data never jumped out. After listening to the staff present describing the situation, they couldn't help but look at each other. Dazzling silver light. Shouldn't the optical fibers of the instrument be very soft? How could it be dazzling? As for not displaying data, that's unheard of. This situation seems like I've never seen it before. What should we do? We can't afford to delay it. After the test, we have to send the students to the college entrance examination venue. At this time, Lu Feng couldn't help but ask, "Excuse me, what is the highest level this instrument can detect?" "Silver level 10. The machine was debugged yesterday, there will be no mistakes." Lu Feng nodded. "Oh, in that case it will be no problem." The staff member was startled when he heard this. "Classmate, what do you mean by this?" "It's just what it means." Lu Feng smiled and said, "My level is beyond the 10th level of silver. It is normal that it cannot be measured." The 3 staff members were stunned for a moment. It took a few seconds for them to react. They all swallowed hard. Looking at Lu Feng's eyes was like looking at a monster. "Comrade, classmate, are you serious?" Lu Feng nodded. "Really, I am the 3rd level of gold, I guarantee it will be true." The staff left immediately and a larger machine was quickly brought in. "Classmate, try this." Lu Feng put his hand on it. The machine suddenly emitted bursts of golden light, and a prompt sounded at the same time. "Lu Feng, 3rd level gold." The other students around him all suddenly had big mouths. Lu Feng is gold level. This is simply outrageous. Open the door to outrageous things. It's so outrageous. Are we really of the same race as Lu Feng? I suddenly feel like the 5th level of silver level, I'm just a lascivious person. Be confident and get rid of it. Before the college entrance examination started, Lu Feng released an AoE, causing 10,000 points of critical damage to all the students present. Principal Luo stood outside the testing room. After each student finished the test, he would go up and ask questions and give a few words of encouragement. Of course, asking is just a formality. Those who come to take the college entrance examination today must be up to standard. Those who have not reached the silver level will never come here to humiliate themselves. Soon, Principal Luo saw Lu Feng coming out. "Classmate Lu Feng, is the test okay?" "Hello Principal, except that the test failed to come out at the beginning, there is no big problem." The principal was very proud that his vision was indeed correct. It's not in vain to invest so much in him from the beginning. "No problem, just, what? Can't test it." Principal Luo said it smoothly, but as he was talking, he suddenly realized something was wrong. "Can't test the instrument. This is a big problem. You, a guy with SSS level talent, wouldn't be so lazy that you haven't even reached the 1st level of silver, right?" His expression suddenly became serious. "Why can't the test come out?" "It's really okay, it's just that my level is beyond the testing range of the instrument." Principal Luo was stunned and asked smoothly, "What's your level?" "Golden level 3. Yellow, gold level." Principal Luo couldn't help but open his mouth. "Classmate Lu Feng, your surprise is a bit big, it's almost turning into a fright. Scared me. If I were not familiar with you, I would think you were transformed into a strange beast." "Principal, you are joking." Principal Luo patted his shoulder hard. "This college entrance examination, I will pay attention to you from outside the secret realm. You have to give me a good face. The glory of number 2 middle school depends on you." "I understand, Principal, I will try my best." The level test was over soon. The head teachers of each class took their students to the big bus at the school gate. After getting in the car, Lu Feng and his teacher sat quietly together. Chen Ya then said some things to note about the college entrance examination. This time, Shiyuan Secret Realm, in addition to other schools in Donghai, there are also students from 23 schools in Jinling City and Qiantang City who are grouped with us. I hope everyone can help each other within their ability. When Chen Ya said this, her eyes kept falling on Lu Feng and Shi Jingjing. These two are gold level. As long as you don't provoke the boss in the secret realm, you can just walk away, right? Teacher Jingjing said quickly. Teacher Chen, don't worry, we will do it. Lu Feng also nodded slightly. By the way, Lu Feng, I suddenly thought of a question when I was at home yesterday. Master Jingjing suddenly approached him mysteriously and whispered. Lu Feng looked at her cautious appearance and asked curiously, "What's the problem?" The teacher blinked quietly. "Suppose you have been fighting for a long time and if you want to use the restroom, should you go to the women's restroom?" Lu Feng, your imagination is too open. He glanced at her, speechless. Can't I cancel the transformation and go to the bathroom? After thinking about it, she obviously took the question away and retorted, "No, who would go to the toilet during a battle?" As a result, Shi Jingjing was simply immersed in his own strange thoughts. Tell me, if you transform for a long time, will your aunt come to you? Lu Feng's face twitched. Your thinking is so wild. How is that possible? Don't ask questions like this. Lu Feng immediately took a topic and threw it into her mouth. Eat your words. Shi Jingjing almost swallowed it accidentally and frowned. Ah, so sour. I don't want to eat this. Lu Feng reminded. I remember you will get motion sickness, eat it. The teacher asked quietly, is there any? Why don't I remember it? What's going on in your head? You don't even remember your own affairs. Lu Feng said and stuffed one into his mouth. The teacher puffed up her face quietly and said happily, you still care about me. Of course, miss, you got car sick and vomited all over me last time. I'm afraid you'll do it again. The teacher quietly stuck out the tip of his tongue and said, I can't stand it, it's too sour. It's okay, let's have a piece of chocolate to neutralize it. A plate of dark chocolate appeared in Lu Feng's hand. Secretly he breathed a sigh of relief. Block her mouth so she won't talk nonsense. The other students looked at them and couldn't help but feel sour. Why do we smell the sour smell of love? Lu Feng was eating snacks and looking out the window. About half an hour later, a mighty convoy of dozens of large buses left Donghai City and headed towards the wilderness. Lu Feng saw that there were vague figures of strange beasts in the mist in the distance. However, the convoy obviously had some protective measures, and the beasts did not dare to approach it at all. After driving for 3 hours in the endless wilderness, the team finally arrived at its destination. A town built in an oasis. It doesn't seem big from a distance, but when you drive closer, you realize that this town is almost as big as a quarter of Donghai City. Lu Feng knew that this was the satellite town next to the Shiyuan Secret Realm, Shiyuan Town. It is written in the Secret Realm information given by Principal Luo. The town has complete service facilities to provide supplies and rest for professionals entering and exiting the Secret Realm. Of course, due to inconvenient transportation, prices are several times more expensive than in ordinary cities. In addition, a branch of the Forward Battalion is stationed in the town, responsible for suppressing the violent state that may appear in the Secret Realm at any time. Next to Shiyuan Town is the vast and endless desert. The strong wind that blows from time to time scatters countless grains of sand into the air, forming shockingly powerful sandstorms. A few hundred meters away from the town, in the desert, stood a giant metal gate tens of meters high. The ever-changing colorful stripes in the middle of the doorframe reveal waves of terrifying spatial fluctuations. This is the entrance to the Sand Plains Secret Realm. Lu Feng's eyes couldn't help but be filled with anticipation. It was as if his soul was throbbing uncontrollably. This is the first native secret realm he is about to enter. In the improved secret realms in the city, you can use scrolls of protection to escape. But in the original secret realm, death is death, and there is no such thing as resurrection. Therefore, Lu Feng never felt that he had experienced any real test. After all, there is a difference between a game where you can be resurrected and the real world, where you die once and end. Now, such a test is finally coming. Lu Feng was eager to give it a try when he heard the head teacher say, "Let's go to the hotel in town to rest today and get ready. Gather at the gate of the secret realm on time at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning to take the college entrance examination." Lu Feng. It turns out that it officially starts tomorrow. What an ink stain. When he arrived at the hotel, Lu Feng immediately summoned his teammates and adjusted the room. Lu Feng and 2 boys shared a standard room with an extra bed, and 2 girls shared a room. In the afternoon, buses from schools in Jinling City and Qiantang City also arrived. The quiet town suddenly became noisy. Lu Feng and the others walked on the street, feeling like they were in a tourist attraction, with people everywhere. As he was walking, he suddenly heard a loud roar above his head. Lu Feng. Everyone around them raised their heads and saw a huge crystal dragon landing. A white figure suddenly jumped off the dragon's back and landed in front of Lu Feng. The surrounding students immediately backed away, trying to avoid him. It's the little bully from Jinling No. 1 Middle School, Wang Chen. After this guy became a dragon master, he became more and more arrogant. Who here has offended him? This man is quite handsome. I wonder what it would be like to be beaten by Wang Chen. Seeing that a good show was about to begin, everyone couldn't help but gather around. As for helping, non-existent. These students were all from other schools and did not know Lu Feng at all. At this time, Wang Chen smiled and patted Lu Feng's shoulder. "Brother Lu, hello. There is a roasted whole lamb restaurant here that is quite authentic. Let's go and try it. I'll be the host today." As soon as these words came out, the surrounding students suddenly opened their mouths. Who is this person for? Wang Chen actually called him brother and sister, and his attitude was very respectful. And he even took the initiative to treat guests to dinner. Wang Chen doesn't have to spend money to eat. At this time, Zhou Bin, Fan Qi, and Ji Yula behind Lu Feng also recognized Wang Chen. After all, the Dragon Master is so famous. They were all stupid too. Lu Feng seems to be indifferent, but he and Wang Chen are both brothers. "You must hold this thigh tightly." "Okay, sorry to trouble you." Lu Feng was just hanging out, but now Wang Chen invited him to dinner, so of course he happily agreed. Han Yunch from a distance looked at this scene and gritted his teeth with hatred. The strong man sent by Yamada-kun has arrived and is waiting for him to lure Lu Feng out. But the appearance of Wang Chen disrupted his plan. "Don't worry, if it doesn't work, wait until you enter the secret realm and then kill him." In the air beside him, a deep voice came out. The next day, early in the morning, all students taking the college entrance examination in the 3 cities gathered in front of the portal in the Sand Plains secret realm. There were more than 3,000 people in total, and the scene looked spectacular. After meeting Wang Chen yesterday, Lu Feng suddenly received a lot of attention. Here, he is the person Wang Chen treated to dinner yesterday. So awesome. What is his profession? He is a summoner with SSS level talent. I heard he never forms a team with others. Strange, why does Wang Chen like the summoner? Who knows, maybe his family is well off. Soon, it's 8 o'clock. The ripples in the middle of the secret portal suddenly became brighter. Immediately, Sheng Ke announced that the college entrance examination has officially begun. Teams immediately poured into the portal of the Sand Plains secret realm like a tide. Lu Feng's body passed through the portal, and he felt his body suddenly light up. A moment later, I felt the soles of my feet touch the ground. But it doesn't feel as solid as a cement floor, it's a little slippery. Lu Feng immediately saw that there was a large desert in front of him. Deep in the desert, low roars of strange beasts could be heard from time to time, which sounded a bit scary. This desert is not flat. 2 tall sand dunes stand in front of you, and 3 roads are faintly visible. Information about the secret realm shows that the desert terrain here changes frequently due to strong winds. Sometimes, it's flat. Sometimes, like now, the terrain is undulating. Lu Feng looked around. Not far behind you is the location of the portal. As streaks of white light emerged, more and more students were being teleported in. Like outside, it is also guarded by troops from the city guard camp. They built a strong defensive fortress with the portal as the center. After the students came in, they immediately dispersed into small groups. Rushed towards the 3 paths respectively. Lu Feng did not move forward in a hurry. He first used guide to check the situation in the distance. After being promoted to the gold level, his various skills have also been strengthened. For example, the field of view of guide has reached 1 kilometer. As the topographic map of the secret land in my mind extends all the way, the monsters scattered on it are also clearly displayed one by one. Soon, his field of vision reached the limit of 1 kilometer. Of course, 1 kilometer cannot be the limit of the secret realm, but you can still see a lot of things. For example, which road has more concentrated monsters and where are the elite monsters? Lu Feng looked down and saw that the monsters on the 3 paths were not strong and their numbers were scattered. The monsters on the dune on the left are very concentrated, and there are also many elite monsters lurking. Lu Feng made his choice immediately. Sand dunes to the left. At this time, there were many drones flying back and forth over the secret realm. The scenes in the secret realm are being broadcast in real time. After each picture was transmitted to the optical brain center for picture adjustment and synthesis, it was then transmitted to the large screen of the temporary command center for the college entrance examination outside the secret realm. At this time, many people were sitting in front of the big screen. Sitting in the middle of the first row is Sheng Ke, the person in charge of the Eastern District College entrance examination. To his left and right, sat several East District admissions officers from the university. This is the college entrance examination headquarters, and ordinary universities are not qualified to sit here. Right now, here are the top universities in Yanlong Kingdom. Modu University, Jinling University, and Qiantang University in the Eastern District. Tito University and Aoki University in Kita Ward. Mobe University in the Western District. Fukusawa University and Nishikawa University in Minami District. Sitting a few rows behind are the leading figures in the three cities of Donghai, Qiantang and Jinling. Qin Gang, the lord of East China Sea City, and the heads of professional guilds, business guilds, and mercenary guilds were among them. People from the Big family, the Shi family and the Lin family were present. Shang Ke took a sip of tea and said leisurely, "Everyone, there are a lot of good talents in the East District this year. You need to open your eyes to see clearly." He said this to the admissions directors of 8 universities. The other people in the back are all doing it for fun, just let them enjoy themselves. Dong Wei, the person in charge of Modu University, raised his hand and pointed it in the void. He immediately accurately selected one of the thousands of small squares on the big screen and copied it in front of him to enlarge it. This is the exclusive prerogative of the admissions director. They can choose students they are interested in and move in front of them to zoom in and observe carefully. The drone's camera lens completely covers the entire secret realm. If the student moves into the range of other drones, the screen will automatically switch. Somewhat similar to the follow function. The person Dong Wei is paying attention to at this time is none other than Lu Feng. Other university leaders also selected students of their own interest. Coincidentally, Lu Feng is also among the students selected by Jinling University and Qiantang University. At this time, in the secret realm, the teacher quietly looked sideways at Lu Feng, excitement written on his face. "Lu Feng, which way do we go?" Lu Feng shook his head. "We don't walk." The four of them looked at him, question marks popping up above their heads. What does this mean? Even if you see Lu Feng's figure changing, go forward boldly. I will take care of you here today. With these heroic words, Lu Feng suddenly transformed into a heroic white-haired female rider. Wearing a light brown leather dress and a fiery red scarf, her slender waist was exposed just right. Riding underneath him was a dark red, technologically advanced anti-gravity vehicle, the Shajo. It is Goya-san sea flying boat. Feeling a little cold in his stomach, Lu Feng subconsciously wanted to pull off his clothes. I stretched out my hand, but there was nothing in it. Who invented this midriff-bearing outfit? Isn't it too uncomfortable? Wow, Lu Feng, you are so awesome. You can even transform into a motorcycle. This outfit is so cool. She looks like a gangster lady, dominating the world. The teacher looked at him quietly, with eyes full of admiration. Lu Feng, are you Ding Chuncho's apprentice? So good at blowing. The teacher patted the back seat quietly. Can you take me? Lu Feng, come up. Shi Jingjing immediately jumped up and hugged him from behind. Hey, watch your hands. Where are you touching? The teacher quietly replied with a playful smile. What does it matter? Everyone is a girl now. I just want to know if they are soft or not. Lu Feng blushed. There are no girls like you. The teacher stuck out his tongue quietly, trying to pass the test in a cute way. Ji Yula, Zhou Bin and Fan Qi also came up and looked at Lu Feng curiously. Lu Feng, why did you change your gender? Ji Yula said timidly. Well, it's not true, it's just a skill. It will change back after disabling the skill. Oh, that's awesome. Zhou Bin, tisk tisk, you have a good figure. Fan Qi, can you let me touch you? We are all boys at heart. Lu Feng, get out. Zhou Bin looked at Shajo and suddenly thought of a question. But there are 5 of us. I'm afraid we can't fit in this car, right? Lu Feng smiled and said, yesterday, didn't we make a modified bamboo raft? Yesterday afternoon, Lu Feng suddenly asked them to find a lot of bamboo and build a bamboo raft. Baffles were also added on 4 sides. At that time, they were all wondering what the bamboo raft was for. At this point they immediately understood. This is the trailer compartment. A few minutes later, with Lu Feng's thought, Shajo immediately rushed forward. Shi Jingjing and Ji Yula sat behind him. Sitting on the bamboo raft towed behind the sand boat were Zhou Bin and Fan Qi. Wherever he passed, dust suddenly rose up all over the sky. The students who had not yet started were all dumbfounded when they saw this scene. Can you drive in this secret place? This is too outrageous. It must be reported. Someone immediately reported it to the teacher near the portal. After receiving the report, the teacher was stunned at first. After viewing the video playback of the drone, I couldn't help but be amazed. Is this a summoner? What are these things you summoned? Immediately responded to the student who reported it. After investigation, Lu Feng did not violate the rules. If you can bring the car in, you can drive it too. The classmates were suddenly speechless. Can I drive it too? But the problem is, I don't have one. Lu Feng's move successfully attracted the attention of all the people in charge of waving. Not to mention those from the 3 universities in the Eastern District, they have been paying attention to Lu Feng since early on. The person in charge of Tito University asked curiously, the summoner's ability has actually mutated to this extent. Shang Ke smiled faintly. After all, it is an SSS level talent. It is normal to be stronger, right? In desert terrain, the sand boat has a speed bonus. It was almost effortless to climb up to the top of the dune, and in the blink of an eye it was out of sight. When the students who were still hiking in the desert saw this, their eyes turned red with envy. This is so shameless. After boarding the sand dune, Lu Feng quickly stopped the sand boat. Because not far ahead, a strange beast appeared. A group of dune scorpions. There are nearly 10 elite level beasts that have reached silver level 8. Both attack power and defense power are very high. And he can use venom spray. While causing people to be harmed, they are also in a state of continuous poisoning. Looking at the scorpions that were nearly 2 meters long, Ji Yula and the other 3 were a little frightened. Teacher Jingjing, Ji Yula, get out of the car. Untie the rope. They quickly obeyed. Zhou Bin and Fan Qi also jumped out of the bamboo raft immediately. Protect yourself. Lu Feng said a word, then drove the sand boat and rushed towards the dune scorpion. Ouch! The dune scorpions noticed Lu Feng's approach and immediately roared towards him. Lu Feng raised his right hand into the air. Black sand explosive bomb. A flash of fire flashed, and 3 flaming arrows immediately dragged their long tails and soared into the air. At this time, Zhou Bin took out his sword and shield and stood in front of Shi Jingjing. Fan Qi took out his dagger, and Ji Yula took out his short staff and protected her sides. Seeing Lu Feng's actions, they couldn't help but be stunned. The same thought flashed through my mind, this hand is shaking a bit too much. But they immediately saw that the 3 flaming arrows seemed to be pulled by some kind of force. They suddenly turned downward and landed directly in the group of dune scorpions. Not only that, a sandstorm of nearly 10 meters in diameter immediately appeared where the arrow fell, causing continuous damage to the dune scorpions within the range. Dune scorpions struggled to escape, but the sandstorm produced huge traction, which instead pulled them gradually towards the center of the sandstorm. After a few seconds, the sandstorm disappeared, and the dune scorpion has also been completely wiped out. Zhou Bin and others watched the full live broadcast of Lu Feng's hunting of the dune scorpion and opened their mouths. Lu Feng's damage is too high. This is a silver level 8 elite monster. They could see it clearly just now. Dune scorpion in the sandstorm, he suffered more than 3,000 damage every time. Is this the kind of damage a student can do? Simply terrible. Teacher Jingjing has long been accustomed to it, she has seen it before. Even against enemies of more than a large level, Lu Feng can easily deal with them. Not to mention these alien beasts that are lower than him. This is Lu Feng's basic operation, you have to get used to it. The teacher smiled quietly. Zhou Bin, Fan Qi, and Ji Yula looked at her and nodded numbly. Lu Feng drove a sand boat to them. Zhou Bin, I'll leave the body to you, be careful not to get poisoned. I'll pull the next wave. With that said, he drove towards a group of sandstone iguanas in the distance. Let's go. Lu Feng is working hard to kill monsters, and we can't hold him back. Under the teacher's quiet call, the 3 of them immediately walked quickly towards the body of Dune Scorpion. At this time, a gasp sounded in the command center. How come this classmate's attack power is so high? Zhao Lin, the head of Mobe University, frowned, picked up the roster in front of him, and rummaged through it. Dong Wei from Shanghai Modu University smiled and said, Old Cha, there is no need to check. Lu Feng's level is gold level 3, which is much higher than Dune Scorpion. It is normal to solve it within 5 seconds. Zhao Lin was startled. Lu Feng. I remember Lu Feng is not a man. Dong Wei explained. Lu Feng's profession is a dimensional summoner, which is a new profession. According to the information collected so far, he can transform into a woman and explode with powerful combat power. Transgender. You actually have such indecent skills. When Zhao Lin heard this, his face suddenly fell. I was quite optimistic about him at first, but now I think about it, let it go. It's okay not to accept such a student. The person in charge of Aoki University is Luo Min, a middle-aged woman who still retains her charm. She covered her mouth and chuckled. Old Cha, are you sure? Don't forget, Dune Scorpion is an elite beast. If you convert it into an ordinary beast, it must be at least the second level of gold. Lu Feng hits it like it's for fun. With this attack power, he is probably the top pick in the Eastern District. Not only that, he didn't just single out one person, but killed a group of them at once. When the others heard this, they suddenly realized. That's right, this Lu Feng is really ridiculously strong. Anyway, if I were at his level, it would take at least half a minute to deal with a Dune Scorpion. Charon also reacted at this time. Ahem, I've thought about it carefully. This Lu Feng, our Mobe University is going to decide. Everyone, Dong Wei said curiously. Lao Cha, didn't you just say you wouldn't accept Lu Feng's business? Charon stared at the ceiling. When did I say that? That's nonsense. Everyone was speechless for a while. As expected, he is a shameless person and invincible in the world. Zhang Hong from Royal Capital University looked at Dong Wei. Old Dong, you just deliberately told us about Lu Feng's gender reassignment. Do you want us to ignore Lu Feng so that you can miss it? I tell you, this is impossible. Luo Min nodded in agreement. As long as you are not blind, you can see Lu Feng's strength. As long as he can defeat the alien beast, changing his personality is nothing. Besides, it's not like he can't change back. After his little thoughts were seen through, Dong Wei sighed and said nothing more. I secretly sent a message on my cell phone. Principal Mu, Lu Feng's performance is too fierce, and he can't cover it up at all. A few seconds later, a message came back. I know, I will take action personally. Apply for special protection immediately. Dong Wei raised his eyebrows. Are you using special protection so soon? In the command center, everyone's attention was focused on Lu Feng. They saw that Lu Feng had just killed a group of Dune Scorpions. Immediately, he rushed towards another pile of sandstone iguanas non-stop. Another sandstorm, another quick kill. Lu Feng's efficiency in killing monsters is too high. The control of the monster's distance and the timing of skill casting are all just right. The strange beasts here are still too weak for him. Yes, let's wait until we get to the ancient city and take a look. Qin Gang sitting in the back. Seeing the big guys from various schools commenting on Lu Feng, my heart suddenly became happy. Fortunately, I had the foresight to invest in Lu Feng in time. At this time, Dong Wei suddenly said, Mr. Shang, our school applies for special protection for Lu Feng. Everyone was stunned when they heard this. So decisive. Moda is bound to win this time. Special protection refers to one-on-one protection for particularly important students during the college entrance examination. Only schools invited to observe the command center are eligible to apply. After the special protection is implemented, the students will be notified through confidential channels. Of course, students are not required to choose this school after learning about it. It should be said that it just increases the probability. Each school can apply once during the entire college entrance examination period. Since the college entrance examination is held simultaneously in 4 major districts, good candidates may appear in each district. In order to avoid competition, applications for special protection must be personally issued by the principal. In addition, since there is only one opportunity, schools will be more cautious when using it. Someone like Dong Wei, who applied not long after the college entrance examination started, has probably set a record. Shang Ke was also stunned and blurted out, Principal Mu agreed. Yes, I will forward her issuance documents to you immediately. Shang Ke looked at it and found that there was no problem. Nods. Okay, he cleared his throat and said solemnly. Modu University applied for special protection for Lu Feng. The application was approved and implementation has begun. The staff at the command center immediately implemented this instruction. Zhao Lin said angrily. I sent a message to Yu Xiao in the middle of editing, but you cut it off. That's such a shame. Although Dong Wei said this, he felt relieved. I ask you to fight with me, I will explode, I can't hold it back anymore. At this time, Lu Feng had just finished clearing the fourth group of strange beasts, desert giant anaconda. Driving Sha Zhou back to Shi Jingjing and the others. They had just finished getting the crystal cores and materials from the first pile of scorpion corpses and were on their way to the second pile of corpses. Lu Feng, you clear monsters too fast. It's too late for the 4 material hunters behind us. Zhou Bin said with a bitter smile. Lu Feng smiled and said, it's okay, take your time. I'll help you. At this time, a prompt box suddenly popped up in front of me. Classmate Lu Feng, Mudu University's application for special protection for you has been approved, and the guardian is in place. This information is private information, please do not disclose it. Lu Feng raised his eyebrows. Special protection. Does Shanghai University think so highly of me? Did I kill monsters too hard just now? But that's fine, there's no need to hide it anymore after the college entrance examination. In the void above their heads, stood an elder in Xuanyi. He was looking down at Lu Feng, but Lu Feng and the others were completely unaware. This elder is the guardian of Lu Feng. Fang Xuan, second-level warrior. Affiliated to the Magic City Forward Battalion, this time he was recruited to perform protection tasks. It can be considered a small vacation. After all, in a secret realm like Sand Plains Secret Realm, he is an overlord-level existence. As long as he wants to, he can clear out all the strange beasts in the entire secret realm in a very short time. Watching Lu Feng lead everyone to dig crystal nuclei and cut exotic animal materials, he couldn't help but feel a little confused. Lu Feng's level is gold level 3. This level is probably the best in the entire Eastern District. But, why didn't he kill the strange beast? It's not a waste of time to deal with the corpses of strange beasts here. At this time, he suddenly sensed that there were 5 figures approaching quickly. The one running at the front is relatively weak, only at level 6 silver. But the 4 people behind him are stronger, all of them are gold level 2. When did the East End become so full of talent? Fang Xuan's mission is only to protect Lu Feng. He didn't pay much attention to the 5 people in the distance. If he probed with his mind, he would immediately find the problem. Those 5 people were none other than Han Yunch and the 4 Sakura country ninjas he invited. The 4 killers wore black scarves on their faces and uniform light leather armor. There were 2 daggers at the waist, the blades of which glowed with blue fluorescence, showing that they were quenched with poison. Soon, Han Yunch stopped, holding his knees with both hands, breathing heavily. Driving quickly in the desert consumes a lot of energy. Nakamura-kun, Lu Feng, how far are they? The ninja standing on the left said solemnly, it's not far, there are still about 2 kilometers. But there's someone else with him. Han Yunch immediately understood what he meant. He only paid their killer group the money to kill Lu Feng. As killers, they are not afraid of killing, but there is a corresponding reward for killing. If they wanted to kill people in vain, they would definitely not do it. And Han Yunch didn't want them to kill anyone else. After all, Master Jingjing is also inside. After killing Lu Feng, he still wants to get hold of her. Don't worry Nakamura-kun, I will lure him here alone. Han Yunch said, opened the system and sent a message to Lu Feng. Lu Feng, I found a mission clue, but it is too difficult for my team alone. Can we cooperate? Within a few seconds, I received a very concise reply from Lu Feng, okay, where are you? Han Yunch immediately sent the coordinates, I'll wait for you here. Lu Feng's reply was still concise and to the point, okay. Han Yunchi's lips curled up. Lu Feng will be here soon. Nakamura-kun, please get ready. After Lu Feng replied the message, he looked at Shi Jingjing and the others. I have something to do. I'll leave for a while. After you dispose of the body, find a safe place to wait for me. Shi Jingjing said quickly, do you want me to accompany you? No, I'll be back soon. Okay, be careful on the road. Lu Feng then rode a sand boat and moved quickly towards Han Yunchi's coordinates. When Fang Xuan saw this, he quickly followed. At this time, the command center. Since Shanghai University of Finance and Economics used special protection, other universities' interest in Lu Feng suddenly dropped. Then he turned his attention to other geniuses. Wang Chen is still firmly ranked first, and the gap with those behind him is still widening. Emperor Zhang Hong sighed. The Dragon Master is really powerful. Luo Min commented. Luo Shishi is also good, ranked second, but there is a problem with the blue control method. Chao Lin looked at the rankings and frowned. Lu Feng's ranking has dropped again, and he has fallen out of the top 10. Is he too slack? At this time, Dong Wei rarely refuted. Everyone looked at him and saw confusion on his face. What's the matter, old Dong? Dong Wei frowned and said. Lu Feng separated from the others and walked back toward the door. Everyone immediately brought up the picture of Lu Feng. I saw him riding a car and speeding forward. After a while, he came to another person farther away. So you were looking for someone. At this time, they suddenly saw 4 boomerangs suddenly appearing around Lu Feng. Attack him from all directions. Not good. Someone is attacking. It's a ninja from Sakura country. How did they get in? Where is the guardian? Where is the guardian? Lu Feng and Han Yunch had just said a few words when they were attacked by a boomerang. At the critical moment, the sand boat under him suddenly rose upwards. All 4 boomerangs hit the air. Lu Feng looked at Han Yunch, his eyes suddenly filled with ice-cold color. I saw him running back quickly, saying arrogantly as he ran. Lu Feng, you are dead this time. Ha 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 ha, HMPH. If you die, you will die first. Lu Feng immediately drove the sand boat and rushed towards Han Yunch. Seeing this, the 4 ninjas quickly pursued Lu Feng and fired shurikens at Lu Feng's back. You little devil, if you dare to act wild here, you are seeking death. The furious Fang Xuan suddenly appeared and stood between Lu Feng and the ninja. With a flick of his hand, all 4 shurikens were smashed to pieces. Just as he was about to take action, he saw Lu Feng behind him shouting loudly. Don't do it, let me kill you. Fang Xuan couldn't help but be startled. Turning around, he saw Lu Feng turning the front of the car and rushing up. And behind him, dozens of flaming bullets hit Han Yunch. Boom, 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 -3,857, -3,681, -3,790. Accompanied by 3 violent explosions, Han Yunch didn't even have time to scream. It was burned into a pile of coke. When the ninjas saw this, cold sweat broke out on their foreheads. Is this person really a senior in high school? What are these flame bullets made of? The attack power is too terrifying. No matter how useless Han Yunch is, he is still at the 6th level of silver. Killed instantly. While they were hesitating, Lu Feng passed by Fang Xuan in a sand boat and rushed towards him. Choo-choo-choo. Just as the ninja was about to attack, the devices on Lu Feng's arms were like a barrage of cannons. Fires a barrage of flaming bullets. A moment ago, the scene of flaming bullets devouring Han Yunch was still vivid in his mind. The 4 ninjas saw this and hid in a hurry. Matrix. A ninja was about to move to avoid the bullet, when a golden cube suddenly appeared in front of him, blocking his way. What is this? Poof, poof. The moment he hesitated, more than a dozen flaming bullets instantly penetrated his body. Boom. Flames suddenly burst out of his body. The whole person instantly became a fire person. He whined in pain and rolled on the sand, becoming completely motionless within a few seconds. The 3 ninjas watched with horror. Yamada-kun died so miserably. I don't want to be like him. Nakamura-kun, let's retreat quickly. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. At this time, they suddenly heard the sharp sound of breaking wind coming from above their heads. Almost subconsciously, he rolled on the spot and barely dodged the black arrows falling from the air. Just when they were rejoicing, they suddenly felt a huge pulling force pulling them. When I looked back, I realized that a huge sandstorm had appeared behind me. The 2 people who were closer to the sandstorm were swallowed up in an instant. Kayama-kun, Suzuki-kun. Nakamura Taro quickly pulled out his sword and inserted it into the sand. Gritting his teeth tightly, he could resist the pulling force. As soon as the traction disappeared, he immediately dropped the sword and quickly formed seals with his hands. Wind release lying. A strong gust of wind blew up instantly, taking Taro Nakamura violently back into the distance. At the same time, his figure gradually became blurred, as if he was blending into the strong wind. You are so weak, but you are good at escaping. Destroy. As Lu Feng put his hands in front of him to form a triangle shape. A golden triangle quickly shot forward from his hand and quickly grew in size. Boom, boom, boom. There was an explosive sound immediately on the path that the triangle passed by. Just before Nakamura's figure was about to disappear, the golden triangle hit him. -6,394. A terrifying damage number immediately flew out. Nakamura Taro screamed, and then his body exploded into a bloody mist. Call. Lu Feng breathed a sigh of relief. I was too excited during the battle just now, and I didn't have time to think about many things. When he calmed down, he remembered that he had killed someone for the first time. However, it seems to be nothing. Because Han Yunch and those 4 ninjas should be killed. Looking at the beams of light all over the ground, Lu Feng immediately released the little white cat. And he also asked Bai Miao to use the cat clone technique. In just a few seconds, all the equipment on the ground was picked up. The corner of Fang Xuan's mouth twitched slightly. No one is trying to snatch it from you, so don't pick it up so quickly. Shaked his head. Lu Feng, hello. I am your guardian, Fang Xuan. Lu Feng looked at him and felt like he was facing a high mountain. Hello, what is your level? Just a little general. Lu Feng's mouth twitched slightly. Above the gold level is the warrior level, and above that is the warrior level. It's 2 levels higher than myself. Still a little warrior. Do people like to show off now? I was complaining in my heart, but I didn't dare to neglect it with my mouth. Hello, Mr. Fang. Thank you just now. You're welcome. Fang Xuan looked at him with interest. Even if I didn't take action, you would have been fine just now, right? Lu Feng nodded. After thinking for a while, he added, the main reason is that they are too weak. No, these ninjas are not weak, they are at a normal level. The main reason is that you are too strong. Your strength is obviously more than gold level. Lu Feng said with a smile. Mr. Fang is joking. The instruments can't be wrong. Fang Xuan didn't bother to dig deeper and stretched. Since everything is fine, I will continue to hide. After a pause, he added, if you need anything, you can call me. With that said, he disappeared directly in front of Lu Feng. Lu Feng asked curiously, is this the invisibility technique? Fang Xuan's voice came from the air in front of him. It doesn't count. It's just a small spell that comes naturally when you reach the warrior level. Oh, at this time, Lu Feng saw several figures rushing towards him in the distance. Frowning slightly, are you here again? ... Don't be nervous. Those are people from the college entrance examination command. Fang Xuan reminded quickly. He suddenly felt that his task should be to prevent Lu Feng from accidentally injuring others. His attack damage is really off the charts. The staff of the headquarters came to Lu Feng and after revealing their identities, he quickly checked his physical condition. Several other team members were collecting the bodies nearby, or rather the ashes. Except for the 2 ninjas who were cut into countless pieces of meat by the sandstorm, some pieces of meat were left behind. Everyone else is just a pile of black ash. Lu Feng's physical examination results were immediately sent back to the command center. Shang Ke looked at it and then announced, Lu Feng's level has not changed, it is still gold level 3. The body is in good condition and there are no injuries. The identity of the attacker is being confirmed. It is confirmed that Han Yunch from Donghai No. 2 Middle School participated in the attack, and the Special Operations Battalion has been notified to launch an investigation into the Han family. Dong Wei breathed a long sigh of relief. The moment Lu Feng was attacked just now, he almost went crazy. But Lu Feng then gave him a big surprise. Facing 4 gold-level ninjas, they killed each other 1v4 without any suspense. From this look, Lu Feng has the potential to be number 1 in the country, not to mention the Eastern District. On the way back, Lu Feng opened the inventory and looked at it. The 4 ninjas and Han Yunch dropped a total of 23 pieces of equipment. Among them, 20 are gold level and 3 are silver level. A rough calculation shows that these equipment can be sold for at least 2.5 million crystals. Tisk, tisk, the ninjas of Sakura country are so rich. I hope they will persevere and send more waves. Soon, Lu Feng returned to the team. As for the attack, he did not say anything. This matter has nothing to do with them and there is no need to let them know. The teacher pouted quietly and opened the ranking list. Lu Feng, we have all fallen out of the top 20 now. Lu Feng took a look and reassured. Don't worry, we will catch up. Fan Qi, how much food do we have now? 5 days is definitely enough. Lu Feng nodded. Okay, put the raft on, and we'll kill monsters while we're on our way. Only collect crystal cores and equipment items from the monster corpses behind, nothing else. As soon as the battle is over, Zhou Bin, myself, and Fan Qi will collect the crystal cores, while Shi Jingjing and Ji Yula will pick up the equipment. Try to shorten the picking time as much as possible. Boom. A gold level first level elite bone-eating sandworm emerged from the ground, more than 20 meters long. It opened its huge mouth full of fangs and was about to pounce on the tiny human in front of it. Suddenly, he saw countless fiery red bullets pouring towards him. Ouch! As the terrifying damage numbers exceeding 2,000 jumped up one after another, the bone-eating sandworm suddenly howled in pain. Just 3 seconds later, he collapsed on the sand, lifeless. Zhou Bin quickly jumped on the sandworm's body, looked at the right position, and slashed. He took out the crystal core from the green slime and immediately jumped back to the raft. At this time, Ji Yula had already collected all the equipment on the ground. Buzz! The sand boat's engine roared immediately and headed towards the next target. In the command center, all the admissions officers looked at Team Lu Feng. There is no way, their performance is too impressive. An hour ago, they were ranked 21st. But with Lu Feng returning to the team, they immediately started catching up as if on stimulants. A gold-level elite beast could not survive Lu Feng for 3 seconds. Including the time to dig out crystal cores and pick up equipment, the total is 10 seconds. The fastest for other teams to deal with an ordinary silver-level alien beast is almost 10 seconds. And a gold-level elite beast has about 20 times the points of a silver-level ordinary beast. In other words, Lu Feng's team's scoring efficiency is 20 times that of other teams. At this time, they had caught up to second place and surpassed Luo Shishi's team. The gap with the first place Wang Chen team is less than 100 points. Zhao Lin suddenly said, Old Dong, I think Lu Feng doesn't match your style at Magic University. Dong Wei rolled his eyes at him. Get out. I'm too lazy to pay attention to you. Zhao Lin kept to himself and continued. Look, what your Demon University values is aristocratic temperament. Lu Feng's playing style is so rough. This is a mismatch. Fart. Our school motto at the University of Magic is, tolerant of all rivers, inclusive. When did we say, noble temperament? Dong Wei waved his hand. Lao Cha, please stop being so messy. Lu Feng and our Magic University are going to decide. Are you sure about it? Has Lu Feng promised you? Zhao Lin snorted coldly. Dong Wei was suddenly speechless. This is his biggest weakness. After all, the college entrance examination is a two-way choice. When they choose students, students also choose them. Even if special protection is used, it only slightly increases the student's favorability. Having been engaged in admissions work for many years, he knows deeply that for an outstanding student like Lu Feng, competition is still very difficult. Actually, Donghai City is the closest to our Jinling. Lu Feng comes to our Jinda University, and it is convenient to go back home at ordinary times. Jin Shang from Jinling University suddenly said something slowly. Zhao Yu from Qiantang University is not to be outdone, it's not far from our Qiantang campus. Good men have ambitions everywhere. Zhang Hongyi from Imperial University said sternly, I think outstanding talents like Lu Feng should go further, for example, come to our Imperial City to practice hard. You can also choose our Aoki University, we are also in the Imperial capital. Luo Min got a ride. The environment there is too harsh and the wind and sand are too strong. It's better to go to the south. Chen Zi from Shen's University pushed up his glasses. Well, the south has good soil and water, good food, and lots of pretty girls. Su Liang from Nishikawa University also came to join in the effort. Dong Wei, I suddenly felt like I was being targeted. He glanced at the screen angrily and couldn't help but be stunned. He blurted out, hold the grass. Others also looked. Then I saw Lu Feng driving a motorboat alone, and 4 people behind him started cooking on the bamboo raft. After a while, everyone couldn't help laughing. These kids are really good at doing things. I actually cooked hot pot in the secret realm. Even the ingredients are sourced locally. It would be a shame not to go live. It makes me hungry. It's almost noon. When will we eat? I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.